On September 17, 2025, the quiet farmlands of North Codorus Township, Pennsylvania, were shattered by violence no one ever expected. Just off a rural road lined with cornfields, 3 police officers lost their lives, and 2 sheriff's deputies were badly wounded. The suspect, a 24-year-old man named Matthew James Ruth, had been hiding out, dressed in camouflage, armed, and prepared. The day before, police had searched for Ruth after his ex-girlfriend reported seeing him near her family's farmhouse. Officers looked, but he slipped away into the darkness. When they returned the next day to serve a warrant, Ruth was waiting in the cornfield with an AR-15 style rifle. As the officers approached, he opened fire. A neighbor described it as sounding like a war zone, more than 30 shots echoing across the fields. 3 officers fell almost instantly. 2 more were shot as Ruth moved toward the house. Despite their injuries, 1 deputy managed to return fire, ending Ruth's rampage. The whole event unfolded in minutes, but its impact will linger for years. For the families of the officers, for their friends, and for an entire community that never dreamed this kind of tragedy could strike so close to home. This was one of the deadliest days for law enforcement in Pennsylvania in decades. The last time so many officers were killed in a single incident here was back in 2009. But statistics only tell part of the story. What stands out the most isn't just the violence, but how the community responded in the hours afterward. People lined the streets with American flags as the police procession made its way through town. Vigils and memorials sprang up at the police station and local churches. Flowers, handwritten notes, and candles. The simplest gestures of support, but they mean everything to those who serve and sacrifice. Pennsylvania's governor called it an absolutely tragic day. The Attorney General called the loss of these public servants an absolute tragedy. But you could see the heartbreak most clearly in the faces of neighbors, friends, and first responders gathered together, trying to make sense of what happened. And that's what I keep thinking about, the way crisis can bring out the very best in a community, even as it exposes us to the very worst. I hope we remember the names and the courage of those who were lost. I hope we remember how their neighbors stood together, quietly, shoulder to shoulder, on a September night under the open sky. Thanks for listening. Please take a moment to reflect, and if you're able, reach out to someone you care about today.